X-ray photoelectron spectroscopy (XPS), also known as electron spectroscopy for chemical analysis, is a widely used technique to investigate the chemical composition of surface. XPS can analyze a sample to a depth of 2 to 5 nanometers at ultra-high vacuum environment. Kai Segman, who won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1981 for his research and developed XPS in 1960s. XPS can detect all of the elements except hydrogen and helium. In XPS, irradiate the sample surfaces by X-ray source, heating the core electrons of the atoms at ultra-high vacuum environment. The photo-ejected electrons are in the vacuum collected by an electron analyzer that measures their kinetic energy. An electron energy analyzer produces an energy spectrum of intensity versus binding energy. Each prominent energy peak on spectrum corresponds to a specific element. XPS is utilized for identify the elements and the quantity of the elements of the sample surface, what contaminants in the surface, the bulk of the samples, the chemical state identification of the elements in the samples, the binding energy of the electronic states, the thickness of the different materials, the density of the electronic state, band gap of the semiconductor materials, etc.
Hello everyone, I am going to demonstrate the XPS instrument. The XPS, commonly known as X-ray photoelectron spectrometer, a highly sophisticated surface analyzing machine at CSIR NIST and one and only in the entire Northeast. We use this machine to analyze the elemental composition and chemical state of any dry material sample. Now I am going to prepare the sample. This is the sample holder and these are two tabs. One is carbon tape and another one is copper tape. I can use any one of them as per the requirement. Now I will cut a piece of carbon tape and stick it over the holder. We have different types of samples, solid and liquid form. This one is the liquid sample dropcasting above a silicon substrate, and this one is the solid sample. Now I am going to hold the solid sample over the carbon tape. By using a spatula, remove the stick paper and paste the sample over the carbon tape. And pressed over the sample so that it can stick above the carbon tape. To remove the excess amount of sample, I am using an air blower to prevent the contamination inside the chamber. To remove any types of dirt particle, we use isopropyl alcohol as a solvent. Now sample preparation is completed. Now I am going to insert the sample. For inserting the sample, I have to click on vent entry lock. You can see that the pressure of T2 pump become very low. Now I am going to insert the sample in the preparation chamber. This is the preparation chamber, and now the window is open. I will keep the sample in the sample holder stand and keep it for minimum 1 hour to reach the internal vacuum up to 10 to the minus 8 millibar pressure. This instrument has two chambers. Right one is the preparation chamber and left one analytical chamber. After reaching the internal pressure to requisite level, I will transfer the sample from the preparation chamber to the analytical chamber by using this slider. We can keep up to 12 samples in a single venting time. Now going to the software part, first I have to go to the computer and you can see that the sample is moving. First of all, I have to focus the sample area where I need to scan. After focusing the sample, I have to give a proper name and creating a new experiment setup by as per the sample requirement, and then I need to turn on the flood gun for the scanning process. Then survey scanning carried out by choosing different criteria such as X-ray beam type, range, beam energy, scan number, etc. Now you can see that the survey spectrum showing us different types of peaks as different binding energy range, and from these we can identify the elements present in the sample. After completion of the survey scan, I need to scan the individual high resolution scan for the detected elements. You can see that now carbon 1s is scanning and then oxygen is in the queue. We can also change the numbers of scanning time to get the better peak result. Now the whole scanning is completed. First I need to shut down the X-ray source. You can see that after clicking on gun shutdown, the light is blinking in blue color, and now whole X-ray source and flat gun source is turned off. After gun shutdown, it is time to remove the sample from the analytical chamber. For that, I have to click on the move stage to transfer position. By clicking on this, you can see that the sample is moving towards outside. Now you can see the survey scan is ready. By clicking on auto survey ID, we know the element present in the sample, which atomic percentage, weight percentage, height CPS, peak binding energy, and many more. After environmental analysis, I need to export the file to an user-friendly worldwide format. I am using Excel, so I have imported this result to an Excel format. You can see now the result is converting to the Excel format. Now coming to the other electronic components of this XPS instrument. This is the schematic diagram for XPS instrument. You can manage all the files and other electronic components from this schematic diagram. This is the PC and this one is the CPU part, and this is the main XPS instrument, and this chamber is analytical chamber where analysis is done. You can see this blue color part is the camera part, and this is the X-ray source. Here we have two X-ray sources. This one is the magnesium K alpha and the aluminum K alpha. This is a hemispherical analyzer which detects the ejected electron from the sample. And this is the chiller. A tremendous amount of heat is generated during the X-ray generation. So to control this temperature, chiller maintains the temperature by circulating water. Here we have 4 cylinders to run this equipment: helium, nitrogen, argon, and compressed gas. You can see this black powder over the carbon tape is the ready sample in the sample holder stand. Except this, in this instrument we can also analyze UPS, ozone spectroscopy, and RILS. For UPS we use UV light as a source, and this red white portion is the UV source. This is a highly sophisticated instrument based on Einstein photoelectric effect by Thermo Fisher, imported from UK. Above all, in addition, in this instrument we can also do heating, cooling, depth profiling, etching, and also SEM imaging in a highly satisfactory outcome. To run this instrument, it requires 24/7 electricity supply, and room temperature should be below 23 degrees Celsius. This is all about the XPS. Thank you all for your kind attention. Goodbye.